I am Inqilab Patel, computer science teacher at City School PF chapter. Students, today we are going to learn something about algorithm. Today's our topic is introducing algorithm. Here it is.
Construction of RCC design. Construction of RCC building required some of paperwork before the start of actual construction. The very first stage is preparation of drawings as per requirements of client.
The very first step was preparing a drawing. Means before starting the construction, firstly we design a solution. We prepare a design, and after preparing a design, then the actual construction starts. Let us watch another example. What is this? What is written over here? Steps of cooking. Yes, design of a solution. Yes, this is design of a solution. This design of a solution is for, this is basically for problem. Basically, whenever a task is given to us, like we are asked to develop a software for a superstore, we are asked to develop a software for a company to prepare their uh, staff payroll. Whenever a task is given to us, this task is known as problem. This task is known as problem. And to solve this problem means to write down coding for this problem. The first step, the very first step is algorithm. Algorithm is like a blueprint which is used in the process of building a factory or a house. Algorithm is like a recipe for preparing a dish. Means we say algorithm is a step by step design of a solution. Algorithm is basically step by step design of a solution, right? So whenever we are asked, it is very common that questions are set in our exam that write down the definition of algorithm. Whenever we are asked to write down the definition of algorithm, what will we write? Yes, we will write it is step by step design of a solution. We know two different tools for algorithm. We may say we have two different types of algorithm. One is known as pseudocode and other one is known as flowchart. These are two different types of algorithm. Number one is pseudocode and number two is flowchart. Yes. Here is an examination question. The question is, define the term algorithm, name the two ways of representing algorithm. This question is basically, suppose it is 3 mark question. So 1 mark will be for the definition of the algorithm, and then 2 marks will be writing the two ways of representing algorithm. The two way to representing algorithm, one way is pseudocode and other way is flowchart. So what will we write? We will write a step by step design of a solution is known as algorithm. Step by step design of a solution is algorithm. Then the two ways to represent algorithm, one way is pseudocode and other way is flowchart. For example, for example, we are asked to calculate the profit of a shop. Whenever we are asked to calculate the profit of the shop, firstly we need to find out, we need to input some data. Data means raw facts and figures which are required to solve a problem. Here we need at least two data items. Number one, the revenue of the shop. Number two, the expenses of the shop. Then what will we do? We will subtract expenses from revenue, and then we will calculate the profit, and then we will output the profit. So for this task we need some input, we need to perform some calculation, and we need to give some output. The the first step will be, we will input the revenue and expenses, and then the second step will be to perform a calculation, and then the last step will be output. So what will we do? Firstly we input revenue and expenses, then we will calculate profit by subtracting expenses from revenue, and then we will output the profit. What have we done? We have mentioned then, to calculate the profit of a shop, the first step will be inputting the revenue and expenses. The second step will be calculating the profit by subtracting expenses from revenue, and the last step will be output the profit which is calculated. So these are the this is the step by step design of a solution to perform the task. The problem was the problem was calculate the problem was calculate profit of a shop. For this task we have designed a solution. In this solution we are asked to input revenue and expenses, then we are asked to subtract expenses from revenue, and we are asked to output the calculated profit. So we say, in every problem the first step will be input, the second step will be process, and the last step will be output. It means input, process, output. We input something, whatever data we have input will be processed, and the results of processing will be output. We say The facts and figures which are input into computer are known as data. The calculation which is performed is known as process, and the result of processing will be known as information. This is the difference between data and information. Data is input for computer, information is output from computer. Yes. Now we have another question. Read this question. Yes, student. Read and answer using chat. Have you read? Okay. Now tell me the answer. Good. The first stage is input. Very good. Excellent. And the last is output. Very good. Now you are asked to write down example statement. Yes, we have seen an example statement. You may write. Suggest any other. Tell me any other example. One example we have seen over here, in which we input the revenue and expenses, then we perform some calculation, and then we give some output. Suggest, tell me any other example. Yes, very good. Good, good. Yes. For results, okay, okay. What will be the statement? Oh, nice. Input marks. Then, okay, you will calculate the percentage. Okay, okay. The maximum marks are, so you need to input maximum marks too, na? So input obtain marks and maximum marks. Okay, now you can calculate percentage. Percentage will be equal to obtained marks divided by total maximum marks times 100. Good. And the output will be percentage. Good. Excellent. Very good. Now, it means what we have understood today, what we have learned today. Today we have learned that whenever a problem is given, before writing coding for the problem, we write down the algorithm. To write down algorithm, we may use pseudocode, we may use flowchart. Firstly, what will we decide? Basically, the algorithm is a design of a solution. In this algorithm, what we decide? We decide what to input, what is what to be calculated, and what will be the output, right? Suppose you are asked to prepare a payroll, then what will we do? We will decide to prepare a payroll. What should be input? The input should be attendance of the employees, their basic pay, their rate of deductions, their rate of allowances. These should be input. And then what will be calculation? On the basis of basic pay and their attendance, we will firstly calculate the pay of month. Then we will deduct the deductions from the pay of month, and then we will add the allowances in the pay of month. The and the result of these calculation will be the pay of an employee, right? And then what will be output? The output will be pay of employee. So before writing programming statements for a payroll, firstly we have decided what are to be input, what are to be calculated, what are to be output. Whenever we are writing this algorithm, it is known as pseudocode, or it is known as flowchart. I have we have seen the examples of flowchart, pseudocode. Basically, these are pseudocodes, right? ठीक है बच्चों. Now, moving forward, control constructs. What are the control constructs when we are asked to write down pseudocode or flowchart? For any algorithm, for any algorithm, we use four different types of control constructs. We have four types of control constructs. The first and the most important control construct is sequence. Sequence means sequence. Sequence means all the steps are performed in order. They are written. What does it mean? We have seen an algorithm in which we have used three steps. The first step is input obtain marks and maximum marks. The second step was calculating the percentage, and the last step was output percentage. So, whenever we execute this code, the first step will be executed at first. After execution of the first step, the second step will be executed and the third step. This is known as sequence. This is known as sequence. The second step is known as assignment. Assignment means storing values in a variable. We will discuss the concept of variable and assignment later on in detail, right? Just for an introduction, here we have three variables. Number one, obtain marks. Number two, maximum marks. Number three, percentage. These are known as variable. Here we have three variables. Number one, revenue. Number two, expenses. Number three, profit. So in variable we store different values. Here we are going to store difference between revenue and expenses in profit. So this is known as assignment, right? So assignment means storing values in a variable. Suppose we say that max marks in a subject is 75, like in our P1 of computer science, the maximum marks is 75, right? And the percentage is equal to obtained divided by max marks multiplied by 100. So this is known as assignment. In assignment, we directly sometimes store the value in a variable, sometimes the results of calculation is stored in a variable. This is known as assignment. The third control construct is selection. The other name of selection is condition. What do you mean by selection? Sometime. Here I am writing an example. Yes. We are asked to input marks and output pass or fail. What I have written? We are writing some statements. Huh? Input marks if marks is greater than equal to 40, then print pass, else print fail. And if. Here we have written 6 statements. Now when we are executing these statements, all these statements will be executed in order, means sequence will be followed, right? They will follow the sequence. But another important thing is execution of statement number 3 and statement number 5 will be depend on the criteria which is given in statement number 2. This is the criteria, or we may say this is the condition. What is criteria? Suppose the marks you have input is 90. Then to input the marks you will execute the statement number 1. Then in statement number 2 you will compare the marks with 40. Yes. The result is yes. Then you will execute the statement number 3. Right. Suppose the marks, input marks is 32. So statement number 1 will be executed, then statement number 2 will be executed, then statement number 5 will be executed. Means execution of statement number 3 and statement number 5 depends upon the condition, depends upon the criteria that is given in statement number 2. This is known as selection. This control construct is known as selection. In this control construct, what we study, we say that execution of some statements depends upon condition or criteria. This is the third control construct. We have two different types of selection statements. Number one is known as if, then, else, and if. Number two is case of, otherwise, and case. Right? We have two different types of selection statements. Then the last control construct is loop. It is also known as repetition. It is also known as iteration. In iteration or repetition, what we study, we say execution of some statements are executed more than once. Some statements are executed several times. Some statements are executed several times, right? To execute some statements several times, what we use looping structures. It is also known as repetition. It is also known as iteration. Suppose we are asked to output the result of 30 students. This is the result of one student. We are asked to output the result of 30 students. What will we do? We will write down over here for count equals to 1 to 30 and next count. For count equals to 1 to 30 next count. Right? Now, now we have three different types of repetition या looping structures. Number one, for, to, next. Number two, repeat, until. Number three, while, do, and while. Yes, students, what we have studied today, we have studied the concept of algorithm. Why do we need algorithm? And then we studied four control constructs of an algorithm. We have four different types of control constructs. Number one, sequence. Sequence means all statements are executed in order they are written. Number two is assignment. Assignment means storing values in a variable. Number three is selection. Some statements are executed more than once. Some statements are executed on the basis of given condition. This is known as selection. And if we are executing some statement more than once, so it is known as loop, repetition, or iteration. Now, here is a question. This question was set in March 2018 exam of CI. In this question, you are asked to write down the difference between sequence and selection. Give me answer using chat. Remember that this is 4 mark question. Means 2 marks for sequence and 2 marks for selection. Out of these 2 marks, 1 marks will be for the definition. Very good, right? 1 mark and 1 mark for the example of programming statement. Right. Do it quickly. Hurry up. Very good. Yes. Tell me the answer for sequence. Good. Sequence means statements are executed. Very good. Very good. In order they are written. For example, yes, for example, yes, okay. Input price, comma quantity, amount, equals price times quantity output amount. Yes, in the following example, statement number 1 will be executed at first, then statement number 2, and then statement number 3. Excellent. This was this is the answer of sequence. Now for selection, yes, very good. Some statements are executed on the basis of given condition. Good, good, very good. Yes, you may write down that example. Yes. For example, yes, yes, to output result, statement number 1, 1, and then 2 will be executed, but the execution of statement number 3 or 5 depends upon the condition in statement number 2. Yes, input marks. These 1, 2, and 3 are basically just for us to, these are not part of the code, these are for us to understand the statement number. Yes, if marks is greater than equal to 40, then print pass, else print fail. And right now there are some more questions in which we are asked to, in this question we are asked to write down the statement for input. Yes, we have studied that input and read. For output we may use print and output. Yes, condition statement, we have seen that there are two different types of condition statements: if then else and case of otherwise. And for looping structure we have for to next, repeat until, while do, and while. So we will write down these over here: if then else and if, case of otherwise, and case, right? And here we will use for to next, repeat until, and while, do, and while. These are very important concepts, like in winter 2015 a question is set and you are asked to identify two condition statements. Yes, what will you write? Yes, yes. If then else and case of otherwise. This question was set in winter 2015. In summer 2016, this question is repeated. It was in winter 15 and after winter 15 this question is repeated in summer 16, and but they have used a word conditional statement and here they have used selection statement. You are just asked to write down the name. What will we write? If then else, case of otherwise and case. Then in summer 15 another question in other variant was you are asked to identify. Identify means you will just write down one word answer. So looping structure. So here you will write down for to next. Here you will write down repeat until, and here you will write down while do and while. Yes. Here you are asked to identify. This question was set in March 2019, right? March 2019. For to next. What is this? Remember? Good. Good. For to next is repetition. While do and while. Yes. If then else. This was selection. And repeat until. Okay. Another question is set in summer 2019. Yes. For to next. Repeat until. Good. And case of selection. If selection. Repeat until do. How many marks are there? 4 marks. 4 marks. 3 marks. 2 marks. 2 marks. Right? This was an introduction of algorithm. What we have studied, algorithm is basically step by step design of a solution. We have two different types of algorithm, pseudocode and flowchart. Whenever we are asked to develop a solution, firstly we need to input something, we need to perform some calculation, and we need to output the result. The raw facts and figure which we are going to input in computer is known as data, and the results of processing is known as information, right? Then we studied the control constructs. We have four different types of control constructs: sequence, assignment, selection, and loop. The other name of selection is condition. The other names of loop are repetition and iteration. In selection we have if then else and if, case of otherwise and case. For loop we have for to next, repeat until, and while do and while. Is it okay? If you have any question, you may contact me.